2 hours from Post Falls, is it?
I believe so.
I can't remember the name of all these different places.
Post Falls, Idaho.
145 miles.
Thanks so much for sticking with us today. We've really enjoyed having you along. I can't say it very well, but Snoqualmie Pass was a really amazing sight.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. C. She was over on Blinky's stream dropping us some love.
Aw, thank you.
Blinky's a good guy. He is a solid individual. He really is.
He saw me holding the phone, so he's the one that brought over the little clip that I use.
Oh, yeah.
He keeps you guys steady and propped up. I'll have to double check to make sure he doesn't. Well, he said it didn't fit something on his.
It bounces too much in his truck.
Well, I use it a lot I have been using it in the car, but when we get propped up outside, like it was super handy for underneath X-Ray's truck, and that's where I was underneath there. You may not have wanted me underneath there with the walking. With your walking, but I told him that it was the best walking that I saw you ever do.
I'm not dead yet.
Yep. I'm gonna hear a little bit of static.
And we're super limited in what we can do since we have nothing.
Oh no, the Jeep's getting full. We're getting closer.
Hold off on 136, huh?
Who did?
Marcus.
Have we passed 136?
I don't know. That's 16. I don't know yet. Let me look for a mile post. Apparently, a power steering issue. Hopefully, it just needed some fluid.
164.
So it's 20-some miles ahead of us.
I'm surprised.
That surprised me.
Given a flag yesterday for two veterans, folded in 1947, 48 stars. They're looking for somebody that can fly it. My flagpoles are not tall enough to fly it anymore. Anybody that's willing to do that, let me know. You got it, my friend.
Well, Mander, I'm sure you remember that no power steering is a lot different than power steering that's not working. Manually steering isn't that bad, but no problem. We're happy to stream, Robin. This way you guys can ride along with us. And
Folded in 1947, hasn't been folded since.
back it up just a little.
We are back at the tail end.
10-4. Listen up to me for just a minute. This flag right here, it literally covered the body of a hero that was willing to fight and die for our freedom. This is our battle now. This is what we were supposed to do. And they won't drink coffin flags over our bodies when we're gone. But we've got to change where our nation's headed. This is our last chance to do it peacefully. I know all y'all know that. But when we raise this thing, let's make sure we honor him greatly, and that we honor him more by taking up the battle that he fought in the 1940s.
Yeah, somebody keyed over top of you.
God bless that American soldier. God bless those convoy drivers. I wonder for them, I don't trust that PVC with the big flags like that. I think it'd be better if we put it on Freedom Ford anyway. His flagpole ain't gonna fall over, I promise.
Oh, that's a sweet old truck. Glenna. But yeah, before they had power steering, they were a lot easier to steer than broken power steering a power steering vehicle is.
I can't remember the last time I drove a pre-power steering car.
It's been a while.
It's probably before I turned 18.
Those are four-way flashers.
You're live streaming. I don't see that van.
We're running tail end, so usually last guy in the back door is going to run his four-way to alert people to the convoy.
Testify, brother. Testify.
Oh yeah, I've drove some 3.
On that overpass.
I understand that.
Answers could have been provided. A delectable treat.
It's kind of like
He's got another thing coming.
Please go a minute. We're not in any hurry. We got 130 miles to go.
X-ray, X-ray, X-ray.
Boss lady is driving. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it sounds
Rowdy.
one heck of a story over there. Or a lesson maybe. I don't know what you call it, but
We were afraid it was getting a little risque, and then every time I turned it back up, it was still pretty risque.
oh,
So.
we got some Patriots.
That's right. I didn't see it the last stop, but did you notice there was a fly store in the parking lot? I was currently wearing a hat from that fly shop.
Now I
That fly
understand.
shop. The evening hat, it was called. I chuckle when I pulled in there and saw that fly shop. Oh, I went right in there, brother.
Did you make it into the fly shop?
No, I was busy.
Should I just
Oh, hi,
there real quick?
Lorianne. I bet you can. I'm right in front of the phone now. We have our microphone at 50%. I think we need to turn it up to 100.
However, you can still hear me. Why don't you Google from my phone so you know how to do that? Because I have not got that option.
It's right.
I don't.
Not right there. When we go to mic on. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm going to try something here. You may lose sound for just a second. Well, no, that didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm telling him to Google it because I have looked through all the settings on the phone, and we don't want him accidentally cutting y'all off or switching a setting that is important.
That'll be fine.
Or he could probably even ask Mudpig, Freedom Ford, X-Ray. He could probably even stop streaming through that might be something else that the Patriot Mechanic could learn how to do today. Someone said earlier that we don't buffer as bad. She heard that through Santa. Santa's streaming straight from YouTube. Through so many apps.
Okay.
It's like
so if I go straight through YouTube, I'll
yeah,
buffer
we're
less.
taking a longer journey than what we have to.
That I've been thinking that.
So, and now that we have enough subscribers, I believe, we can just go right from the YouTube app and it'll be a lot easier on everybody, really. I did not follow through and like emails and stuff. I promise I will do that tonight. I just was visiting everyone. Freedom Ford came over to visit last night.
Freedom Ford's a great guy, but he stays a long time when he visits.
It was alright, because I really, I wasn't trusting that parking lot last night. For some reason, I just, you know.
It seemed pretty safe to me.
And I was not tired at all. So, it's probably why I fell asleep now. Or earlier. Tonight, I will catch up on everything that I failed to do yesterday. Now, do we know if the bus made it back on the road?
I don't. Nobody has said much to me, so.
Make sure it's not in there. Maybe scan through.
I don't think I. Bus because tax wouldn't go up. But as soon as I got over there, they went up. So that was fine.
enjoying the drive.
I was hoping you guys didn't do like me and put that cruise control on and go to sleep.
Nah, I ain't got that fancy smart Smart Cruise, so I gotta actually pedal this thing.
Working GE in his 2022 Kenworth Smart Cruise.
I've got my alarm set 2.5 hours. I'm checking what it is. Hey, I'm all right with the early mornings. I like rolling in before dark.
Usually I'm on about 2 o'clock. I want to get rolling at about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Full stop back here. Oh yeah, I run the exact same way. I normally run about midnight to noon, and that way I'm parked and asleep before anyone else even shows up to bother me.
Run midnight to noon.
You just don't get to see them much. This is Moses Lake.
That's what counts, right?
Should snap a photo. Might not get enough time. Probably not, because it's a big lake.
Well, you gotta clean the windows somehow, and licking might be available or valuable. Might be available. Okay, y'all, I'm probably gonna hit the hay here as soon as we get parked.
What'd you say, Bill Howard?
Forgot how to talk, that's all. Oh, hey, man, we go down on tower, that's it, man.
I think this is the same lake. Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna cross it twice. That Pat Max says. It's a big lake, all right.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
That one's our
I mean, sometimes the radio don't work.
our dog's name.
What's that, Moses?
Yep.
Did they ask about that?
Marcus back there, Trucker G? Any word on how Marcus is doing in that RV?
Yeah, he's got somebody on the way. I don't know if they're going to be able to get his car today.
Oh, 10-4.
I did not see the bus pull off.
There's nowhere we stopped.
Might be on our way. Traveling back, I didn't see what was happening.
Oh, he probably went into an exit. It was just a power steering issue that he could still steer, but it was crappy. They usually don't mess with us in speed traps, and we're rolling at like 15 miles an hour under the speed limit, so I'm not too worried about that. That was a big junkyard we just passed, Pat.
Best pit crew ever.
That sign says, thank you truck drivers and all hard-working Americans. Awesome.
10-4.
And it says Fox News is full of it because they won't cover us.
Agreed. We delivered that firsthand to them.
Yeah, we made it rain on Fox News in Bethesda, Maryland. Yeah, we did.
That was Zach the Medic.
Yeah, Zach the Medic made it rain on Fox News. He went in there and threw 100 pamphlets up in the air. Said, you have to cover us now, and walked out. And they did.
I was surprised how clean it was. Usually the ones back in Ohio are on dirt and everything's just shoved in there as tight as you can get it, but that looked pretty well stacked up neatly.
The junkyard.
Yeah.
We gotta do it again.
I mean, I did that to the Department of Health in California.
Big hole by the front of that place right there. Big hole.
Never freaking take.
Butterbug.
I bet that was 163, not 136 that he got off on.
Cheese Grater Road.
That sign says watch Fox News.
Well, hi, Kathy from Colotus. Where's that at?
You know, the last couple of states, I've been starting to get a feeling that I'm being followed.
What are we gonna need to do?
Oh, a half hour away from us. That's not bad. Well, hi there.
They're following me for the last couple
That
of
sounded kind of like a Pacific Northwest name.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been getting passed forever.
Okay, 260.
You're getting followed as I'm following.
Green.
Yeah, I'm also getting the feeling you're on the move, but you how to drive on the road without another truck in front of me, too, though.
Yeah, wheat fields.
Yeah.
We got some of those in Ohio, but we grow a lot more corn and soybean. Some of the guys put up wheat, but to be honest, it's more for the straw than the wheat.
I live
That's riding behind Minion. I like all that noise. All the people waving. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the phone numbers. Whenever I need to go to Walmart or something, I'm gonna call all of you. I'll put you on a group. Every
Yeah, there's a lot of wheat fields. Hopefully some of you guys can swing out where we land in Post Falls, Idaho. I don't know if anybody from around there is watching, but we'd be happy to have you come out and say hi or pick up with us or whatever you want to do. But, I mean, as long as you're, not going to be a jerk or something.
Cover all the bases.
Well, you got to. There's people watching, I'm sure, some of these streams who are not sympathetic to the cause and would prefer to stay masked and told what to do with a meager handout. There's C&W Potato Services. I was hoping to see some potato fields around here.
I think we might be in Idaho.
I think we probably are. The yellow one, apparently I've come to find out, I'm not sure what's going on, but Eric the mechanic is with her, so I don't know if he possibly missed something when they were doing that radiator. I haven't checked it out real thoroughly, but she should be good to go. I haven't heard from her. If Tracy's got my number, fine, and we'll be along shortly. That's what I think too, Mrs. C. It seems like just a bunch of good old boys like me up here. I mean, I see farms and places that repair farm equipment.
Lots and lots of farms.
A lot like Ohio. A little bit more spread out, but not too much. It really seems that it's just the coasts that give you a lot of trouble. Illinois got some issues, but the coasts are where, I don't know, the middle of this country is great all the way across it. And I mean, we've got people that think right, left, whatever, everywhere, but by and large, I mean, the biggest trouble comes from the big cities on the coast, like New York and Los Angeles, and they're right there. Portland, Seattle, you get to the east and west coast,
And what about Chicago?
Chicago, like I said, Illinois is one of the ones in the middle. They're pretty hard landing. But to be honest, Illinois is not that bad except for Chicago, but it's such a big city, it nearly wipes out the voting capacity of the rest of the state. Yeah, if not here and she's not here. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
You guys sure are quiet.
I talked to her briefly this morning and she was having a little bit of issue with her throttle climbing up while she was in neutral, and it sounded like
Well, maybe it was just me being quiet because I have my volume down. How about that?
possibly a vacuum leak to me, but I didn't have a chance to get on it too good. But I would imagine that she's probably rolling by now. I'm hoping. I'll touch base with her a little bit here later on and see what's going on if I haven't heard from her.
Change the channel. You're welcome, buddy.
I think we just lost our channel. I don't know what the new one is.
What's that?
Somebody was being a dummy.
I didn't get to hear it. She turned it down.
They were just singing.
See, at this point, if I can't follow along with the CB, I'm tempted just to.
Yeah, break out one of those blue smarts. You drive with your knees, shift gears with your elbows, and play that harmonica. That sounds like a plan there. Let's hear a little freestyle.
Sounds like Convoy X-ray down the top of the
Yeah, we got it going on up here, I'll tell you.
What are we thinking there, X-ray?
Well, apparently it's not good enough. They're asking me to push the mute button. What do you want to hear? They want to hear Trucker Cheesesteak after they heard him belching out last night. They know he's got those pipes. We were singing Kenny Rogers, The Gambler, earlier. So we turn the steering out the window, out the darkness. Ford him overtook us and he began to speak. He said,
How to read people's faces.
knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes.
You don't mind me. I can see your eyes, baby.
For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle. He drank down my left funnel.
Crushed out his cigarette and faded.
Hey, boy, right. Pull over. You've got to do a Chinese fire drill in that truck. Whatever that stuff there, you got to pull over and go to the back, then come back up. Alright, what do you do? Then he bombed a cigarette. He asked me for a light.
And the lights got the plan. Face gloves all in press. It's gonna play some game over. You gotta learn to play.
Gotta know when to hold 'em.
Know when to fold 'em.
Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money.
When you're sitting
hold the frickin' steering wheel straight and keep the cruise control on for another 107 miles. I wish I had cruise control. My knee wouldn't hurt so damn bad right now.
I tell you what, boys, you got my face hurting up there. You got me laughing.
Hey, Charlie G, you want to trade trucks for a little bit?
No, I think we're good, D. I think we're good.
Oh, hey, screw my water gun.
Don't tempt me with a good time now. You might lose your truck in a trade now.
Really, that fire truck looks pretty fun. That's fun right there. I don't care who you are.
You and that handheld sport comes kind of fun to shoot.
Yeah.
Come on, when you can knock Antifa off their feet at 20 feet, that's a fun squirt gun.
Well, you got all those buttons in there to push and they all make different noises. There's a white Freightliner coming up the lane one, showing hello. At least I think of the Freightliner. Right, fill me in.
I think I'll follow.
Oh, we all sound terrible, Lori, but you're very kind.
I didn't know you were a contortionist. I'd like to watch.
There's some beautiful skies.
What happens after dark stays after dark. I still want to watch. Did you turn your headlights off? Here, big red dog.
I'm looking at Fuel Road there. Anybody ever been to Arizona? That alley up there that got one at a poker game? Showrow, Arizona? There's a guy who has the valley there who's homesteading up there, and another guy come in and they said, well, it's not big enough for the two of us. And they took out a deck of cards and they said, all right, show low. And so whoever shows the low card won, and the downtown, the main street's called Deuce of Clubs.
Okay, how they came up with Show Low?
That's it, show low.
Yeah, I didn't know where the name came from. That's pretty interesting.
That's the story anyway. I don't know if it's true or not.
Well, it sounded good.
You're having a good time with your face hurts from smiling.
Guys, about an hour and a half to go. Well, probably a little more than that because we don't run quite up at the speed limit, but we're getting closer all the time. We're running about 50 miles an hour in a 70-mile zone. Yes, I do know, Jerry. We got ours on because we're running back door on the Convoy. That way anybody coming up to us is going to notice us. And like I said, we're running about 20 miles under the speed limit.
Oh, this big motorhome just gave me the finger as it went by. 10-4 on putting the motorhome in the ditch. I'm going in the ditch. Stretching my legs.
So we run most of the guys, well, everybody in the Convoy should be running lights on, but we don't like to run four-way flashers because it makes it real difficult to tell when somebody's putting their brakes on. But as a general rule, whoever's in the back door, we like to have it on.
Sorry for the noise. You usually can't hear my turn signals.
I think I put dust in my air
Daytona Darling. I assume you're not near me, but I've got a stump grinder. That's my brother's, but we pass it around a little. No, this is not really hammer down time. It's more like steadily.
Try not to fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm just getting back in my spot. I'm going to let Brian go on Monday.
But yeah, sometimes it's a little hard driving along at 45 or 50 miles an hour for hours at a time. But we've got some people in some of the motorhomes and stuff that have trouble keeping up, especially on the hills, so.
Now it looks like they're going to the rest stop.
And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out if we go back through Ohio on our way to DC and I can pick up, I'm going to need a whole day, but I wouldn't mind picking up my truck. And then I'm going to need everybody else to run slow for me, so.
Yep.
Oh, Daytona Darling was answering a text for her neighbor, but it turns out she doesn't need she needs a stump grinder, but not looking for me. We love it when you guys tell us what to look for going down the road. I mean, this is incredible that, you know, I can hop on here and everybody is saying, oh, after you cross this bridge, take a look on the right side, or when you go through this tunnel,
Sorry.
look over. You guys can pass out. Absolutely making this trip a lot better. Scatter from the local. You guys are spitting it right at us exactly where we were at, so it's pretty cool. Thanks, guys. We appreciate the blessings. Your prayers help out. They really do. They really, really do.
Best pit crew ever.
Yeah, Mrs. Mechanic's driving today, so I'm sitting right next to the phone, so I'm probably a lot easier to hear.
Well, you're actually sounding like you're talking to somebody today. I hope you guys can still hear me.
So it sounds like we're going to be at this, what is it, Post Falls?
Yeah.
Post Falls for a while, 3 days at least. So hopefully we can get everybody squared away. I got to figure out how far we are from Spokane. I think there's a BMW dealer there. We got to get Donnie a hose ordered for that BMW. It's only an O-ring that he needs, but of course we have to buy the whole hose. It's not super bad for a BMW part, but
What are they calling you out here on this radio?
I call me Buck.
10-4.
they can hear you good, baby.
Good.
And I'll try and speak up when I can, guys. I actually always try and speak very, very softly because it makes everybody else quiet down. I'm trying to get better about that. A lot of people seem to think I'm yelling when I'm not. When I talk this loud in conversation, people accuse me of yelling at them and stuff like that, so.
Pepsi.
Boys are getting thirsty. Well, maybe I got 100 miles and I'm rolling about 2. Yeah, I need some kind of microphone, I'm sure. But we've got I don't know nothing about this, guys. We're figuring it out, so. Yeah, the CB does cut into it a lot. We got it down a little bit now, and they're not on it, so that helps. And yeah, it seems like it's 80% nonsense, but we got to pay attention for the few gems that we do need. Ah, well, thank you, Lindley. I learned early on that I was supposed to raise my voice when speaking with senior citizens. But I went to a Catholic school and had nuns to educate me. And they were all senior citizens. I still feel bad. We had one that had the hearing aid that went down onto the box on her chest, and you could take a pencil and run it over the radiator just real discreetly. And she'd sit and turn the knob, and you wouldn't touch it again. Then and she'd look up and look around and fiddle with the knob on her hearing aid. Terrible. That's been a long time, and you can see how much it bothers me still. So, no, lady with the ambulance, I believe, is still with us. There was something going on where she stayed at the Walmart we were at last night. I'm hoping that she has rolled out by now. I'll try and get a hold of her here in a little bit and see what's going on, but I imagine they're on our tail. We're happy to bring you guys all along. It's a lot of fun to have you here.
I was last night's dinner. They had me up this morning. You guys ever done a fire truck standing up?
I was trying to get rid of somebody else.
Yeah, Pat Max is in here. He's got you covered. Kimberly is in here. Sweets. Just enjoy it. They got you covered.
End up getting
My awesome mods.
you like a
Pit crew.
$100,000 mower.
The best pit crew ever.
It's okay. To be honest, I would rather pick up and roll again tomorrow. We attract a lot more attention, and the people here are a lot more energized when we keep rolling. Thank you, Daniel. I hope Daytona Darlin is still here. I'm not sure what's for dinner tonight. I'm really not sure. My guess would be like hot dogs and burgers. Gypsy doesn't have a lot of time once we get there, so it'll just be one of those heat and eat things. I'm sure he's got something figured out, though. He keeps a pretty good job of
I
it.
believe this is the beginning of what they call the Palouse. Big wheat growing ground.
Smoker, it may take too long.
Yeah, smoking food takes a long time. I do not know what Big D goes by. I'm not even sure what TT is. Oh, TikTok, I bet. Ah. I'm not hip, guys. Sorry. I do not know what he goes by on there. Okay, yeah, Kathy. I think 00 just came on, or somebody, and said we're in the Palouse area.
It's gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
A complete different view than what we woke up to. Completely different from our stops. It's got a lot of variety today.
Here we are, 90 East, rolling along. And yeah, I imagine we're going to go 90, 80, 70. And that'll send me right back past the house. Mrs. Mechanic and I may shoot out a day or two early if that's the case and try and get back to Ohio and pick back up with the convoy as they pass. She's looking at me funny.
I'm just surprised that, usually we got to go home and do work.
We'll see
Try
what
to time
happens.
it all. We should touch base with our customers today. What time is it back home? 7?
Yeah.
Might be a good.
I don't want to.
Okay. I just thought it.
I definitely want to fire her off a text sometime.
Yeah.
But my phone's all.
Once it's hard to make plans without a plan, or at least an idea. But we'll have to definitely try to figure out.
Thinking about, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm finding some other kind of camera so that I have access to my phone again throughout the course of the day.
Well, if you figured out how to go live straight from the YouTube app,
Yeah.
I can start doing it from my phone.
Okay.
And then your phone back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm stuck on the damn convoy. I'm here till it's over. But I may, like I said, I'm thinking about, and it's probably a terrible idea, grabbing my truck in Ohio and taking it to Washington.
Terrible idea.
Ha! Mrs. Mechanic says it's a terrible idea. I'd probably want to fork 2 toolboxes into the back before I took. I had to tie them down, probably. There's some issues, but
Now there is a speed trap right here, but we're the last one.
he's going the other way.
Yeah, I'm not sure which mile marker we're at.
Freedom fever. That's what we've got.
Yeah.
And guys, I really don't know if we're doing anything or anybody's paying attention to us or anything. I mean, you guys are, and we appreciate that. I don't know. I hope something's happening. I hope we're just at least waking people up and telling them, making them think for themselves and look at what's going on and see if this is really what they think is best.
We hope each and every one of you are getting involved in your states,
Local, state,
counties, cities,
school boards. I'm big on school boards.
anything. Get involved in your local community. You can subscribe.
On this highway, Bambi, it's probably 55, but
We're rolling about that sometimes.
yeah, sometimes. Right now we're moving about 45, but the nice thing about being in a convoy is if they try and take one, they get them all. So they're just going to let us roll by.
You can call your elected officials and give them your opinion and ask for a response.
You can be ticketed for going too slow. But like I said, if there's one guy doing it to cause trouble, they'll get him. But, oh, they're better than 100 of us for sure. So I don't think they are willing to bite that off for under a minimum speed ticket. If one of us was behaving badly, they would.
I'm just gonna like stop and wait for this van. That van really needs to go around me.
Give me the other lane.
Okay. Tell her never again. Shake your fist at her. Point your finger at her.
I will do it when we get there. And it's a man.
Get up there, sucker. Be a team player.
I hope you guys, senators and congressmen and women, are meeting with whoever they can and call them up. One thing you guys need to remember too is that when you call your senator, when you call your congressman, and give them a letter, anything you do, you need to ask for a response. If you don't ask for a response, that can just get tucked neatly away and nobody ever knows a thing about it. Then you have something to go back on them with, you know?
I mean, how could this not sink in with this jerk in front of me?
How far back is he? I can't tell.
Oh, he's getting up there, but that's the second time that he gets up behind me. I mean, I was going like 20 miles an
Hold
hour
on, coming up the hammer lane.
with my hazards on, and then he just thinks that he can get behind me and put his hazards on too. He does not understand the assignment at all.
No, he's new today. He has no idea.
No.
Was he here yesterday?
Yes.
Well, we haven't told anybody anything either.
We are going to educate him.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've already talked to G about that.
It needs to be addressed in the meetings because we are picking up new people and they are able to catch on with the visual role models they have ahead of them.
Oh, I'm not sure who I'm going to vote for governor. I'm not a big DeWine fan, I'm not going to lie. I
No, I
don't
didn't vote
know
for him the last
if...
time. I didn't vote for any governor last time because I was so disgusted.
Who is it? Blysdale? What's Joe's name? Blystone. Joe Blystone.
Yeah. He seemed to jump on the bandwagon.
I like him.
Like just
I'm not
anti-mask.
sure.
I could tell it was way overpriced and not very good.
The restaurant was... A lot of people that I've talked to have eaten at the restaurant and liked it.
But you can't vote. Just
You can't vote based on that.
Restaurants.
I will say that my dad grown beef for many, many years, and I'm kind of spoiled. But I was not super impressed with the restaurant. But
Where did
as
we
much
go
as
right after
anything,
that, and their cheeseburgers were awesome,
I can't remember. Maybe
and they were like $5 less. It was another local place, I think. It was really good.
yeah, they do need to keep. We haven't had a chance to talk to some of these guys yet. We're going to have a meeting where we explain how this game is played, because a lot of them do not seem to have any idea of what the rules are.
And I think Renacy might be running. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Renee. I've been getting
get
a
them
lot
all
of
really
texts for
confused.
governor. I'm more likely to wait a little while and then start digging into research. So I'm not a big DeWine fan. I don't know if Blystone's got the political clout or a developed enough platform to make him a viable candidate.
I don't know if we know enough about all of the issues with him. It seems like he's pretty one issue kind of candidate.
And yeah, I'd probably go Blystone in the primary, but I have not checked into him enough to know where he stands on a whole lot of different subjects. I have many thing to do with COVID at all. Frankly, I look for it to go away as soon as they're done using it. And I mean, don't be mistaken, guys. They are going to give up on COVID and they'll come with something else. They'll realize it's run its course. I'm not a fan of Rob Portman or Sherrod Brown, man. I will tell you that. But no, at some point they're going to have to give up the ghost when nobody's getting sick, nobody's dying, so on and so forth, and they'll move on to something else, the next emergency, and pat themselves on the back and tell each other, good job, we saved the world, while their pockets got fat. You know it, and I know it. And yeah, you guys got to vote. Everybody has to vote. I don't care if... You got to vote. Either do some research. You don't have that many people to vote for. I'm telling you right now. You've only got a handful. I mean, local, state, federal. I have disliked Sherrod Brown for many years. I tell you guys, but yeah, and when I say get involved, you barely even have to get involved. Just when you see something you don't like going on in the state house or whatever, just give them a call, ask for a response, write them a letter, email, whatever. I know nobody writes letters these days, but lean on them, put the screws to them. When you look at your paycheck stubs, 30% of your money's gone, that's a good time to call your elected officials. Straight up, when you file your taxes, good time to call your elected officials. They work for us, they work for us.
You could also make small changes.
I just gave him the big one.
Try to buy local. As local to your community as possible.
Yeah, that's tricky, but
that money will go right back into the same community.
yeah, and that's the thing. Instead of calling a national name heating and cooling company, call the guy that lives down the road and has a two-man shop. Chances are he's going to treat you a lot better. He'll know what he's doing as well or better, and you're going to forge local relationships. He knows other contractors in the area that will treat you fairly. I'm telling you right now, Mrs. Mechanic and I in particular, have done a lot of construction and remodeling work over the years, and usually we're like 40% of what somebody like, I can redo your whole bathroom for what bath fitter is going to charge you to put a slip-on tub, you know? But you call these big names, they think they've got clout, they hire people from temp agencies. You're not, I mean, buy local. Call local guys. Stop at farmers markets. If you see a guy with cows in his pasture, stop him and ask him if he sells beef. I bet he does. Put your name on one. Get together with your neighbor, buy half a beef. Buy a hog. There's so many ways you can do it. But yeah, just the farther away your goods come from, the farther away your money goes when you spend it. And yeah, I can tell you guys, there's bird flu issues right now, and the poultry markets are getting hammered. A lot of places have lost 60, 70, 80% of their flocks. They're shutting plants down. The birds can't survive the bird flu. There's bird flu going around, and that is probably also, I don't know if that's another Chinese virus or not, but a new one that's less than 25 years old. We all remember when there was no bird flu. But no, the Chinese government has been, I talked to a lady yesterday. But yeah, we spend your money local. Buy local, hire local. I'd rather pay a few percent more for my groceries and get them from the little shop in town than save $5 I'd probably waste anywhere going to Walmart, where I'm probably going to buy junk I don't need anyway.
Yeah, we don't usually shop at Walmart. They're convenient to find when you're on the road.
Alex, so what's going on? Alex is banning and timing out people when they're going.
If you guys could take snapshots or give me some kind of proof, I would so appreciate it. But he had like half watching him, and that was another thing that I heard about last night. Nothing bad about Alex, but I heard about a trend that is going on within the live streamer. So please, if you see something that's not part of the solution, that's causing division, get angry at each other, take some snapshots, get some proof, send us an email, and I'll find out who to get that information to. And I'm not even sure how Alex would know if people came over and joined our pit crew and subscribed to PatriotMechanic. I never go on other people's lives unless if it's pertaining to the Convoy. I don't really look at how many people's watching them or their subscribers. But yesterday I did kind of peek at everyone's I've been told some things, and I'm just going to keep an eye on everybody. Like I was telling you yesterday, such a wonderful, uplifting, amazing day. Today's been awesome. But my guard is up.
Yeah, there's people here that are...
And there's people in the chat rooms that could spread misinformation.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of variables.
And I'll tell you guys the same thing I tell everybody else. If you hear something that you don't like, check it out for yourself. Do not listen to anybody. Take it with a grain of salt.
And I've never had a problem with the pit crew watching anybody else. I've even asked you guys, I've asked you guys to watch all of the lives, subscribe to them all. I'm not promoting their channels, I'm not backing them, but I want you guys to see as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, check them out. We're just trying to show you guys what's really going on here, and
I think you guys play a very important role in this.
Absolutely.
And knowing is half the battle. And I know it takes time to watch people's lives, read through the comments. I wish I had more time. That is why I'm relying on my best pit crew ever to help us out.
And I'll tell you, Mrs. C, there is a lot of laws in place to prevent you from buying local dairy, cheese, all kinds of stuff. And it's really disappointing. And you know, it goes back to supposed safety standards, but fresh milk is good milk. It is. It's in. A lot of people don't like it because it's too rich for them, to be honest. But you know, my mom's got like, I don't know how many goats, a couple dozen, and she'll milk them occasionally when she breeds them, and she has fun with it. But she can't sell the milk. She can barely give it away without the liability for it. You know. So most of it, to be honest, gets made into soap. And that's exactly right. Live streaming is one of those things where I think it's as much about whoever is presenting it than it's like we're going for a walk or going for a drive, and you can sit next to me, or you can sit next to Tom, you can sit next to G, sit next to all of us, meet us all. I suggest it. And if you like hanging out with one of us more, hang out there. I'm not going to get jealous. I'm not going to be mad or ban you or anything like that.
Well, to each his own. We're just amazed that anybody watches us.
Yeah, I am too. I never thought that, you know, I've thought about making a YouTube channel for many years, but it's had zero consideration for live stream. Zero. Never even crossed my mind. I knew it could be done, and why would I want to do that? But no, I was planning on making just videos of stuff I make or stuff I do or how to do something difficult, maybe a few tips to make life easier for you. And after I do something 3 or 4 times, I usually pick up enough to make me suffer less when I'm doing it again. So yeah, the organizers are under a lot of stress. I'd like to see some more definitive action from them too. Trucker G and Santa seem to be stepping up, and I'm happy to see that. Then, you know, as the torch is passed from Brian to Mike, Marcus, and so on and so forth, not everybody can stay here forever.
So, was there any response about if that was actually true about Alex's channel?
I don't think so.
Is the pups and whatever still here?
Whoops, yeah, let me see.
Because I'm not seeing any live chat on Alex's video that's going on right now. But I've noticed, like, sometimes I see that live chat and sometimes I don't. I was talking with Freedom Ford last night, and he said it's something in our settings. I just assumed that video didn't have chat available.
She said she's been a sub to Alex for a long time today, getting timed out every time she posts anything.
Watch to see if any of the pit crew can help me out with the absence of the live chat option. Or maybe they can even go to Alex's video that he's doing right now. And
we've got our 4-way flashers on. Is that noise?
yeah, sorry about the noise. We're the rear door today. It's on for safety.
Fry TV's telling the streamers that any new subs are trolls. Well, we'll see.
What, like the people that are subscribing or the people with the channels?
Yeah. People, no, he's telling them, like, he don't mean that anybody new subscribing is a sub. Yeah, Mrs. C, then you get it absolutely. I don't understand how they can have a problem with you producing your own food. And Star Wars says Alex Live now and chat is open, so it's probably in our settings or something.
Is there any way that I could be blocked because I can see other people's chats and other people's, you know what I mean? Like if I went over to Freedom Ford's
right, I don't know.
Chat.
That makes sense because said it should all be the same for, I don't know. I got to talk to Wizzy about that.
Well, you gotta pass this guy.
Sure, baby.
Just waiting for an opening.
Okay, perhaps people watching need to do a YouTube update on something.
Got the big word at the coop. Big word at the chicken coop, Tom.
10-4.
Yeah, I can go in there and do donuts. And I won't even be in trouble.
Now, do you have to be subscribed to the channel in order to comment?
Yeah, them old trucks there for sale. I think we can get them up and running. This is like my own food for it.
Okay. Get it back on and see if it refreshes, but I was already subscribed to them, you know? I don't know what my settings are for the notifications, but I was thinking that if I subscribe to all of the channels, then that way they would be easier for me to find. And then I was, you know, I'm trying to figure out why I can only see some people's live chats. And I've been noticing that for, like, since the beginning of the convoy, it's been like that.
He's going through prison.
And a lot of the time, I would get the links and my notifications off of Facebook, and then I could read through the comments that way. But, you know, whenever I would try to ask anybody for, like, information or even try to get a hold of them off of social media for information that pertains to the convoy, I never got a response.
Okay, people can set their channels up so you have to be subscribed to chat.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to be subscribed from 5 minutes to 24 hours before you can come in. There's
Okay.
that best cams fun hot girls again. Somebody else will take care of him so I don't accidentally block somebody. Because they're already on it, honey. You'll get an accident. That's what happened to me last time. Let up business.
We got a bear on the right. Just finished up a traffic stop. Pete just got back on the highway. Looks like he's gonna park back here pretty soon. Or he's gonna let this convoy roll on by.
10-4.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to go live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead. I gave him a jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock back there for that one.
What does Pops and More say?
The smaller channels are listening to what Fry TV is telling them. See, I've never met Fry TV, so
And then what was the last comment up here?
they need more apps than stream to stream more than one. Okay.
Right here.
Never had a problem with Trucker G or Sam's channel. Comments.
Yeah, they got a big belly they got. You see them guys, boy, they were fat.
So Alex is kind of hiding his comments, or what's the
I don't know why you guys don't get notifications from us. I'll try and see if we can set something up there.
I think as long as you're subscribed, you should get the notifications. But on my YouTube account, I have the notifications turned off. So you might have to go into your YouTube settings.
Them bellies are full of a spring calf.
Exactly, Mrs. C.
What?
Apparently subscribe or comment on Alex's channel whether or not subscribe. I don't know. There's probably something going on. I'm not worried about it. Bill Gates says a deadlier pandemic is coming, probably that he designed. You should say under the actual chat subscribers only or something. I thought you were, so.
So I don't, you know, let everybody know that you don't care. And we kind of only put information out there that may be good for everybody from probably could be censored by YouTube. All within that 10 seconds. Like I said, the chat part doesn't bother me since we've joined the Convoy and I've been trying to get information. Everybody's willing to help me out.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with learning? How is that not staying positive? You get me a bottle of water out of the back.
Sure.
It's still around 60. Got about an hour and a half to go. So my mods have the power to make other people mods.
Oh, the insurance company owns her car. Pups and More, did you just come over to plug everybody else's channel and take away from our wonderful conversation that we were having? So it looks like they can only hand out wrenches.
Yeah, we haven't had any frauds in here. We had somebody that we thought was a Freedom Ford fraud, but wasn't.
Feel free to send subs to me, Pups and More.
I think Pups and More is just on here trying to be a jerk.
I'm Grey Wolf and Fry.
And everyone else. And then say fighting. It's the same thing, you know, the same narrative that the lib, you know, creating problems when it's not there. And I'm thinking Hudson Moore is doing that right in front of us right now.
Yeah, something seems funny about them.
And I'd like to go back to our wonderful conversation. I know Mander's good.
Now go to the Chinese fire drill.
He takes care of the pit crew.
And don't be afraid to tell me your opinions in here, but do it politely and be able to back it up. I mean, I'm interested in hearing why you believe what you believe, whether it aligns with what I do or not. That's how. And I'm interested in telling you what and why I believe something. Maybe I'll sway your mind, maybe you'll sway mine. And frankly, guys, I mean, I don't even know half of these live streamers. There's a lot of them.
Hudson Moore, your next comment better be in defense, or you can just exit. Because I'm still waiting. And I have a million of more important things to do than tolerate you, so please, be quick. Again, my goal is not subscription.
You can swim a couple laps.
My goal on here is just telling you.
Not quite warm enough yet.
Idaho Subaru with the whip on the back that's coming up beside the truck right now. This is time number 2
Oh, man,
at
you're
least.
fine, you're fine.
He's passed us. I don't know if he's circling or what the heck is going on with him.
Sure, no problem
First
at
one to
all.
swim out,
I'm trying
catch
to
a
give
swan, get
Hudson
the
Moore a chance,
$1,000.
but I have a feeling she's one of the people, or he's one of the people that I was warned about. I could be wrong.
There's some spots
Like I
in here.
told
We
you, all
can
my
get the boys
guard
in
is
here,
out,
maybe.
and I care more about my pit crew as a whole than trying to decide if one person wants it or not right now.
Well, the power kid there, sir.
Yeah, Mander and Pat are doing a great job.
Oh yeah, and we've got Don and RV Hauler.
Keep on coming down.
Yeah.
Now grab the push.
Lots in
There's some
here.
spots, towards the lake. There's some spots for the cars. And we can line the rest of them up just like you said, Chief.
A little bit of sass, don't worry. We will not let, I won't let anybody get to me. You guys are on the internet, and I don't know which ones of you are decent people and which ones are losers sitting in your mom's basement. So, and that's the truth, and I mean, you get it.
Well, I know somebody commented about that it works like the whole, their narrative and crap works, but I mean, it just, I can see right through it, so it really doesn't work with me. We've got a flag behind us, so we need to get him in front of us.
Over here, you read me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I copied you on that Subaru. I concur with that. There's a whole kind of group of
I
them
know
on the
it's
app
driving
that
us
coming by right now.
Soul, you flagging him ahead.
We moved up. Hooray.
moved up.
Wasn't that easy?
I'm not asking for
Hey,
everybody
Double
to
O, do you see a gray about 4?
It's too expensive for that.
North Carolina tag?
Beautiful,
Hard brake.
Lake right beside
I
of
don't know, I
us.
can look.
He wasn't slowing down.
I was talking to somebody on 19 that said it was in a car.
I don't know what's going on.
What?
See, that's what they do
Right.
a lot of the time.
Mander always gets him.
Is that the motorhome you guys were saying was giving us the finger?
A little bit of sass.
I believe so.
That's
The motor home that was giving us the finger was an Endeavor motor home that was more brown. Copy that. Santa, get next to Mike. Let me take it back if you don't mind.
I don't know. I'm not. Somebody gave somebody the finger, and for truck drivers, these guys sure are no.
Thanks, keep open.
I don't
Never mind, I'll take Santa.
That's not why.
Sorry, buddy, I was already there. I'm not disobeying X-ray.
I haven't heard anything.
I didn't realize he was giving orders. My bad, brother. You're all right. I wouldn't say giving orders, just directing traffic. Yeah, 10-4 on the traffic. Trust me, Santa. X-ray ain't gonna do nothing because you don't want to be put on that naughty list. You better believe it. Everybody here better listen.
No, Stars Wolf Farm.
Gotta give my people that beautiful view of freedom with the flags behind me.
Genoa, Ohio, up on the lake.
Wow, maybe I should have rode with Green Wolf.
Why?
He's in Virginia, Ohio.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought
Well, you
G-Pat
responded.
was.
Oh.
You know, I didn't hear it was Grey Wolf was over there. I do kind of miss home.
RV hauler is a good guy. I spent the day with him when his truck broke down. We got it moving, but he got an automatic, I don't know, 780 or something. I'm not sure the Volvo numbers. With that D13 Volvo engine. It's an Eaton transmission, it's an Allison. And I'm not a big fan of automatic transmissions. Especially in truck tractors and heavy trucks. That is X-ray directing traffic. I don't know what's going on here.
Love you, visionaries.
Yeah, super easy. Everybody just pulls in. And you wanted me to yell at that guy?
Yeah, just explain
Why is
to
she
him.
going? Oh, for God's sake.
No, thank you, lady.
I don't want to drive on that. Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
Pulling in here behind
I
here.
know. I'm like Cartman. I do what I want. Oh, it's been a lovely day. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We appreciate it. Thanks, Vandal, for meeting us there. That was such a wonderful, wonderful surprise. We're gonna hop out. I'm gonna hit the restroom. Maybe PatriotMechanic will just check on people, make sure everybody's okay.
They should be fine.
And I might snap a few photos.
But we'll be back pretty soon.
Yeah. Got the windows open. A nice breeze. Got some snacks, some drinks. Just hang in here and hold down the fort.
Barely run here, will get you hot. What's up, guys?
I'm trying to find me a Mountain Dew. I heard there's a Coke machine over there.
Oh, really?
He goes over it. He probably goes in the tree.
up too much, so he had to stay over there in the other lane with his hazards on. And I said,
No, you don't.
I explained to him that, you know, there are 2 rear door cars. I told him what those 2 rear door cars, I acted like I wasn't the driver of either one of them, right? And I just tried to, it was like, hey, are you new? Yeah. Well, welcome. I just wanted to let you know that there are 2 rear cars. You have to be in front of them to be actually in our convoy. And if the, you know, I even explained, like, if the little silver Beamer flies up ahead, or if he's in the middle, that's not, you know, then you refer back.
All right, everybody, let's get ready to party. Here we go. Getting ready to roll. Time to boogie.
I'm not too worried about too many of them until we have a meeting.
And then I was...
Yeah, whenever you're ready, pull out. Jump right in the line.
He said something about that he had to stay in the lane 2 because the traffic was really backing up. And I said, when I'm over in the left lane, you know, going 50 miles under the speed limit, waiting for you to pass me so I can get safely over back into the right lane, that jeopardizes our safety. So if you could, please stay ahead of the Jeep Cherokee or the silver Beamer. And then he said something, or, you know, I ended up telling him, I drive the Jeep Cherokee.
Hey, before we start doing this, look to your left and look to your right and behind you. Is anybody not in their trucks? We got Brian in his truck.
Yep. He's moving right
I got me and my passenger. Brian's in his truck. 10-4, brother, 10-4. I walked by earlier to see if you wanted anything, and I didn't see you, so glad we're good to go.
I was able to sneak in the back and get a photo.
And what's the word? Next week. Let my truckers roll.
Oh, that was the other thing. I smiled and waved at Rose. She looked right at me and didn't look at me again. So I am pretty sure that she is only interested in you.
Get back on the big road. Let's get some headlights, taillights, and more together.
She's like a...
No, she's not. She just ran off.
Professional.
You got it. You got the lane. Looking at that heat coming up on you. Yeah, it's good like a truck. Beautiful, wasn't it? 10-4.
Will you roll up the back windows?
Everybody got their lights on for safety.
I don't think we do now.
Copy that.
What are you, Bruce? Oh, she's got away from the flag. That's fine.
I'm gonna have to find me a house of blinkers. There's at least 2 trucks back there that haven't been tagged yet.
And Revere.
Of course, the Camaro. Gotta be at the end.
Mm-hmm. He was the one taping. So,
Santa, got a
he live
copy.
streams for the People's Convoy Facebook group.
Alright, we got a big welcome in over there at Speedway.
That's where it belongs.
And we can look at the live yesterday because he kept getting in front of me. So his phone was like
I told you,
totally
me and my buddy
inactive.
set it up. It's going to be real squared away. I've had a good many people in my chat saying they're waiting on us too. So yeah, we'll see how much of a welcome we get, but I'm expecting a big one.
407 at this stop?
He's running a freedom block.
Okay.
Hey guys, we're rolling out.
I know, but she's
Not feeling well.
She can't drive right now. She's having a post-traumatic stress disorder breakdown.
Okay. Be
So
safe.
I have
Do you
the
know where we're
directions. I
going?
have the directions to the track.
Do you need us to wait with you?
If you'd like to wait with us, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm not leaving her behind.
Okay.
I'm not.
Is she driving alone?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I'm being gaslighted.
not by us, I hope.
She was verbally attacked by Joe.
The guy in the red pickup?
Yes.
Now everybody is on his side.
No, but ma'am, I can assure you that nobody that has anything to do with anything is on his side. I can assure you of that.
Thank you, sir.
We have multiple issues with Joe.
For Trump and that I've been activated.
All right, we got everybody on the road?
Without my knowledge. He told me I was activated.
Hold on,
and
Dennis.
I don't know it. And I'll say
Good.
some shit that
Mute
this
that
is
for a minute, baby.
operation
Not yet.
that I'm
We're-
a soldier and I'm
we'll
gonna be
catch up.
activated and shit like that.
We got everybody back on the road,
Making
007.
me feel horrible. And people are backing him.
Oh, so then you
They're
got a
backing
copy?
him. And I held
No,
it
you're
down,
just telling me.
but it just came over.
Get off at the red there. I went ahead of you. Oh. I put water in and paid my water bill and I'm waiting for you to go by.
Y'all may be too far to hear by now. There's 2 cars back here having a panic attack at the rest stop. We'll stay and wait.
Why are they having it? They're having like a legitimate panic attack?
In my opinion, no.
54, we got a white pickup truck.
I'm not a doctor.
Hyperventilation syndrome is a panic attack. Tell them to calm down and focus on their breathing.
She's yelling too much for it to be real. We're all good. Dennis is taking care of it. Safe travels. We will see you soon.
Alright, 10-4. Thank you, Mrs. Mechanic. Thanks, Jessica.
My pleasure.
007.
Wow. I thought I was live. I mean, I forgot that I was live. Yeah, I'm pretty straightforward. And I actually do have panic attacks myself that are real, that come out of nowhere and they have gotten out of control. And there's different techniques and different things that you can do. Because when you have a real panic attack, you don't want to have one again. So I really educated myself on what I found out as much information that way. And I haven't had any for it's been a few months. Even on this convoy, I have not had a panic attack. I'm so happy. But no, Dennis is really, really good at handling the drama. Me, I'm not so much. So, yeah, I don't like being yelled at either. But, Dennis will handle it, take care of it. We'll be gone. Nobody can complain how they were left behind, attacked, or forgotten about, forsaken. I might just go ahead and drop over into the driver's seat because I actually do prefer driving. And, I love Dennis, but sometimes he doesn't understand the assignment. And it's good for him to spend some time with the pit crew and learn how to speak with you and stuff and communicate and help me out. As soon as we get home, he'll be, I guess you guys, the pit crew, will be on a tripod. and you'll be watching him, and then it'll give me an opportunity to have my hands free. Because I'm telling you, idle hands are the devil's playmates, or whatever that is. It's true.
And the ones I know that just got Joe, that were, they're not real. They're not real.
I believe she just joined the convoy.
Maybe it's just Joe, but Joe was never.
And she's already gotten in a fight with somebody. She also was talking to me at that one stop the other day. I asked her to repeat herself. And then she just was like, oh, never mind, and walked away. But I heard what she said the first time. I just wanted her to clarify to make sure that people just go up to complete strangers and say, I just hit up a dispensary and now I'm whacked out of my gourd. Like, I don't know, back in Ohio, we have our fair share of problems, but I don't know. I also have RBF, so maybe that deters most people from coming up and talking to me.
Oh my gosh, if we could just get rid of him. He needs to be thrown in the pit. I've been rebuking him. I've been throwing him in the pit. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Snakes and scorpions.
Oh, wow. Did you guys hear it? Somebody just popped a tire. Yep.
Everything is fine.
A shipping tire.
Everything is 100% fine.
Or a shipping trailer tire just popped and they thought it was a gunshot. When you live out in the country, you can tell the difference.
See, that's like
Still a little tingly.
Right there, boom.
Bam. Still a little tingly. The numbness is gone. I'm breathing okay.
Resting
I'm talking coherently.
witch face. But the second word isn't right. My sister and I both inherited it. And then when you work in customer service, like, customers come up to you and, are you having a bad day? And finally it was just like, no, this is what God gave me to work with. I'm sorry that, you know, it's not up to par.
Believe me, we are fully aware. We're trying to keep
And I can tell you, I probably would have screamed if we were driving on the road.
I was thinking about when I went to sleep was he was like, Joe, so I was like,
I'm going to stop talking with my mouth full.
oh wow, that was the most intense one I've ever had in my whole life.
Put my shredded meat wheats away.
Really? I've been under his influence the whole time, and I didn't know how difficult.
nothing to do with the convoy other than
Well, whatever, listen, whatever satanic code Joe has over your pain, Jesus is going to rebuke him and remove
Yeah, because the longer we wait, the harder it's going to be for them to keep up with me.
Are you driving again, baby?
Yes, I
We're
am.
going to go behind them. They're not going to keep up with us. This is not how that works.
protected by the
We're
blood
going
of
to
Jesus.
keep catching up
Lord,
and be behind.
thank you,
They
God.
better at least go the speed limit.
Get him out of the convoy, Lord.
Yeah. Smile.
Yeah, no big deal. We're going to prove the law about the speed limit. And then once we come back in,
And it's like, come back at 5 o'clock. You'll be watching me smile all the way to the car. Ah, Dennis is such a coddler. And Sam, how are they doing now?
she's going to the bathroom, honey. She's having a mental breakdown.
Sounds like she is pissed off that Joe said something to her.
Yeah, that is the reason, but she's having a mental breakdown. And I would just...
And she's
What
also
to
the
do?
one that was walking around at one of the stops recently, like the first stop before after Portland. It was like, oh, I just went to a dispensary and so whacked out.
Perfect.
So,
That's
I mean,
probably
that's
what the
why
problem
I
is.
don't really And I've been completely open and honest with the pit crew. You know, I have anxiety attacks, and do they look similar?
Kind of, I guess, but
Yeah.
not really.
No, they didn't. I think you're confusing them when I fly off the handle.
Well, usually you start breathing real fast and, you know, just trying to figure out why your
I get
heart's going
really
so
quiet.
fast. And,
Yep.
yeah.
I get really quiet and I try to calm myself down.
I guess I was looking more at physiological signs versus, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, the signs can be... I don't know.
No,
I think that's
don't
why
know.
it's hard for you to decipher if I'm mad or having a panic attack.
Maybe.
So I have to work on that because she's not.
Yes. No, she needs to come out and,
And
be
that's
ready
what
to
I'm
go.
saying, you know. I usually don't want to drive after them. And being away from the convoy, wondering if I'm going to have time to catch up in the next hour creates the anxiety within me. Maybe we, you know, me and her have two different, you know, triggers, but I know that I've already saw both of them in the bathroom. They know my name.
Do you not want to wait for them?
I want them to not take advantage of our kindness by dilly-dallying.
I agree with that.
And I
100%.
also had to get on the damn walkie and talk again, and I don't like that. All right, we ready to go, ladies?
Yep, so I've got...
I don't know the whole address. We're just going to get up and catch up with Convoy.
Well,
All right?
yeah.
'Cause we're a car. You guys are ready
Yeah,
to go?
I told her
Awesome.
I'm gonna lead, she'll be in the middle, and you guys are gonna be behind her.
Yes, ma'am.
And if we have to,
All right,
if
we
we have
ready?
to haul ass, we'll haul ass.
You're going to haul ass because we're late. Have a good trip. Be safe.
No. Go over there.
I thought she already just laid out.
Yeah, that's
The
exactly
order.
what I want.
I follow you.
I think that was the other one asking.
I don't know. For the love of God, get a plan, stick to it. This is why I need a train more, honey.
I don't think that would help in this situation.
Oh, it would help me.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-90 East.
If you truly think that she's having a panic attack, don't volunteer us to drive behind her. We're not medics.
But we're the back door, honey.
Oh, it's fake. I'm gonna call bullshit when I see
Continue on I-90 East for 62 miles.
go back to being normal, and it takes a lot less time all told.
Talking, and one of them was like, you could probably scroll back up. I don't know how much
I read
it was.
most of it.
Yeah. They're like listening to Fuse or something.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's your job, not mine.
And that's what I did.
I mean, you do it much better than I do.
I know. No, she just had a telling her that he's Convoy leadership, and
So
everybody
this is
I know
going to
from
have to be
Convoy,
addressed with-
this I'm going to address this with G, because we have been on the verge. I cannot think of anybody who knows anything. G, Santa, X-Ray, Paul Revere, 007, myself, every one of those men has said this gentleman is going to have to shape up or ship out. He interrupts every single meeting. We've got the Convoy on this already. We'll get him taken care of.
I hope.
I spoke with him yesterday, and he was complaining about the guy leaving gaps, and I said, it's you. And then he came up with another excuse, and I said, no, it's you. You either tighten up or find someplace else to convoy. I try and be very straightforward with people, you know, I try and be as polite as possible, and I won't say sugarcoat, but I'll try and word things well enough that they don't get all bent out of shape like they're getting attacked, and say, look, here's the issue we're having. There's big gaps in the convoy. We need people to stay tighter. You are one of the people not staying tight. If you want to make it on your own, that's fine. Let us know, and we will not wait for you. Go ahead and convoy on your own, but you're not welcome to slow us down. Yeah, we're only a few minutes behind them. I'm not worried at all.
No, they're driving very well. I'm impressed, especially, you know.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of issue with her. She's not one of the ones that is always going 10 miles under. Yeah. They've been here a couple days, I've seen them. But yeah, they seem to go along pretty good. They're not at the very end, a half mile behind everybody else most of the time.
I sacrifice a lot for this, and one of the things that I want to do is roll with the convoy. That is my reward for the sacrifices that I'm making, if that makes any sense to you.
It does. But then we might not want to take back door. We might not want to take back door.
No, as long as I can ride with the convoy, I don't mind. Now, if it's a mechanical issue, I don't mind. If it's a real actual something that we can help with,
we need help with that.
more than willing to stop.
I understand.
Because not only do I want to stay on the convoy, I want everyone to stay on the convoy.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think that if we all could work on our own mental health and our own emotions as individuals,
We'd be a lot better
common
off.
sense in there, yeah. Because it's more like self-harm, you know?
She's giving a big thumbs up, looks like.
She's just waving her hand out there in the wind.
Well, that's nice, I guess. Some people enjoy that sort of stuff. Get on the window. Yeah. Convoy's at 257. Hang on, I'll 249. So I got 8 miles to go and nearly an hour. I think we got no problem.
Yep, we're good. Makes me feel a lot better.
If they're rolling at 50 and we're sitting about, what, 72?
Yep.
Everything's fine, guys. So let's see, if we're 8 miles behind them and we're moving 24 miles an hour faster than them, how long do we need to go to make up 8 miles, baby?
I told you no word problems.
All right, I'll do it in my head. Our Jeep is the 4-cylinder, baby 4-cylinder. It is.
Yeah.
I don't care to drive it, to be honest.
She doesn't like hills and she doesn't like picking up speed.
She doesn't like picking up more than one person besides the driver.
No. I can tell when I have groceries in the back.
Yeah, if we maintain this speed, we should catch up in about 19 minutes. Assuming they're rolling at 50 miles an hour. miles, guys, and I got a 24 mile an hour lead. A third of that would give me. Could be wrong. I doubt it, but I could be.
Yeah, he's been wrong once before.
I thought I was wrong once before, but it turns out I was mistaken.
Oh, that's it.
What time is it? Yeah, I don't think we're too far off, and probably X-rays at that exit. Pick up the road race minivan driver. Yeah, I think we're like, I don't know, probably 12 to 17 minutes behind him at this point. I don't know the new math. I do the old-fashioned kind. Like I said, if they're 8 miles ahead of me and we're going 24 miles an hour faster than them, in an hour's time, I should be able to make up 24 miles. A third of that is 20 minutes. If you don't think of math as scary, it's not. I know one thing, Mrs. McKinney will get there, or how much time I'll save based on what percentage of the speed limit I exceeded by.
I don't like him spending more time doing math while he's driving than.
I don't have to spend time doing it, it's just there.
Or what he does is change his speed so he's right. And that is really what irritates me when it's slower. Now I don't mind when he has to go faster to be right, because then, you know.
else, that's for sure.
Patriot Mechanic is just a better person than us. Because, you know, I feel like
How would I do that?
and the thing is, Patriot Mechanic is right.
No, I don't. You know, it's not like I was going to hang out all day. But if I could take 2 or 3 minutes and explain to her that this guy cannot keep her out of the convoy because he is not formally affiliated with the convoy, and nobody listens to him anyway. Not only, he came up with some weird stuff, and I think she's a little bit has some the power of suggestion, can act
Because the guy has caused numerous
so much problems.
and he's still.
And
Those that have his have the ability.
pick. But he causes trouble at every meeting. He'll probably be the first car we see because he's always at the end. Always. But yeah, there's people that don't do anything but cause problems. They really don't. And we have not been authoritative enough in dealing with them. Everybody is welcome here. We don't care what kind of political values you have. We don't care what's between your legs. We don't care what color your skin is. We don't care what country you're from. But if you are going to try to impede our progress, we're going to get rid of you.
This is the largest, most diverse group of people that I've ever been around, and they're also the most generous, loving, caring people that I've ever met.
There's people here with absolute hearts of gold. There's people here because somebody's buying their gas and meals and they're getting a free ride. And we need to cut some of those people loose.
That do not respect the movement, they don't respect others, they don't respect the convoy, they don't even respect themselves. And it just makes things really difficult for others. And that's not cool.
Yes, guidelines need to be set. And I mean, I am more than willing to let everybody here be themselves until it starts causing problems with other people or the convoy. And if you can't play nice in society, you don't get to hang out with us. And I'm telling you, some of the scariest looking guys here have some of the absolute biggest hearts and strongest morals. And I don't care what anybody says or what you hear on this stream or that stream. I spent the past 2 months with these guys, and I know who I'm comfortable with and who I'm not. And just because somebody's got long hair or scraggly beard or busted out teeth does not mean they're a bad person. You want the truth? Yeah, a lot of truck drivers don't get along with people very good. That's why they're truck drivers. It's not that they're bad people, it's not that they're mean, it's just that a lot of them don't want to put up with everybody else's bullcrap all the time. And you don't have to. And my rant's about over, but yeah, no, we try and deal with problems, and if people are causing problems, we try and take care of them. No, they didn't say anything. ahead. Yeah. looking for a yardstick, we'll come up on one pretty quick. And yeah, they're probably trucking. Mud Pig just hit 270. Perfect. Let's see where we're at. There's a yardstick coming up. Okay, guys, I see 265, 5 miles behind them.
And the girls ahead are just cruising.
Girls ahead are cruising. Oh, they are. We picked up our speed a little bit, so that original estimate will come down.
I appreciate it, and I am so proud. Got a thumb up. I don't know if
She's got something wrong with her car.
I don't know if she's trying to signal to me or if she's just giving the thumbs up to
She's
everybody.
just giving the thumbs up, I think, to everybody, but she has an electrical issue with her vehicle. I can tell from here.
I didn't notice.
Her passenger side mirror is flashing. Turn. But no other lights are.
Oh, that's the sensor.
But there's nothing beside her.
See those little things there?
Not hitting yours.
Sometimes they're enough, depending on the vehicle, and I can also alter the sensitivity of those. So I could actually turn mine down a little bit more, or, you know, and
Okay.
sometimes they're a little too sensitive. Yep. But you have to keep an eye on it and see where that sensor could be broken. They're just flashing.
Okay, guys, we've picked up the gals that were stuck at the rest stop. We are headed that way. We're about 5 miles behind, 6, 7 miles behind X-Ray. Oh, we're at 267. I just heard he's at
Yeah, we're
at
catching
272. So you're catching up. These gals are rocking it.
Fire happened over there on the right.
Looks like it.
And these girls are cruising. We'll be back with everyone in no time. It's been like holding steady.
Yeah, it's almost a little chilly. I got the air on to keep this phone going, of course. I hope we have room where we can get the stuff out of the Jeep so we can sleep. This front seat is not great. Oh,
We're going to be there for a couple days.
great. I think we're staying 3 days.
Lots of beautiful water around here.
Oh, CB's starting to kick up a little.
4 lakes.
I love the big American trucks in America too, buddy. Halloween. Kieran. Where are you from, man?
Oh, there we go, some supporters.
Should have told him that's it, guys. their front and back legs together.
And he's completely right.
But Marcus has been pretty clear I am not to do that. So
I'd say we might be able to talk X-ray into letting us.
oops. Yeah, you guys have a bunch of cab overs in the UK. And they're day cab overs. In the United States, we usually refer to those as slab cabs. Because there's not much to them. You just got that pancake front and nothing behind you. I never really liked cab over trucks until they started going away. But I'd love to have one now, mostly because you don't see them anymore. But 70s, 80s, 90s, they were everywhere. Yeah, no hobbling permitted. But no, these gals, I don't know them. They've been here for a couple days, but they haven't pissed me off yet, so I have no reason to think that they will.
Joe, on the other hand.
Joe has been here for a long time. He's pissed me off a bunch. I will say that. But we are, you know, I'm not kidding. We try and be as inclusive and accepting as we can. I'm from Ohio, just southeast of central Ohio. But, you know, I understand there's a lot of people here with varying degrees of education, varying degrees of mental stability. I'm not going to say that we didn't pull any of the kooks out of the woodwork, because they're here, don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of stable-minded, respectable individuals. Most of us are just average Americans who have had it. I mean, we're fed up. You know how much the vaccine mandate affects me? 0. I don't have a job. They tell me I gotta get the vaccine. I don't go to hell. Straight up.
They never did, but there was talk of it.
They
There was
talked of it.
emails, retractions, flip-flopping back and forth. I think they were just trying to feel everyone out.
1950s Diamond T. When did the bullet hole come? During the trucker strikes in the 70s? Her husband was a truck driver back in the 50s, her first husband, or 70s, and had a 50s Diamond T. No, not first responder. Trust me, there's like 100 guys here named Joe.
I always called him first responder. I never knew his real name. The extent of our relationship is we were loading up the trailer when we left one of the last places. And yeah, I mean, he's a hard worker. He was working his tail off. So definitely give him a shout out. He deserves some appreciation
emotions about that. You know who that was? How many people in Texas have you given your number to? Got
I
it?
always put them in my
Okay,
contacts. I
okay.
always put names in. That's what I tell you. That's super important to me. Oh, her passenger brake light is out on that.
On the Suburban or whatever that is? Okay.
So it's probably all.
I hope.
I see how it's not coming on.
I see
And
her.
I don't think the top one's coming on either. But I can't tell because
Top
the
one
light
is.
on.
That's an Expedition, isn't
I'm not sure. We're running into some traffic, so we're probably almost back together.
it? I tell you what, Mander, CBs are legal here, and we're supposed to abide by blah, 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 blah. But the second I get back to Ohio, I'm taking this Cobra 29 down to the CB shop, having it peaked and tuned, and probably putting an amp behind it. I'm not sure any of that is still legal, but I got one in another truck I can pull out, but somebody told me they cracked down on the linear amplifiers. I'm not sure where the ambulance is. Eric, so what happened was it was a U-joint cross that was bad. It had worn out, and I crawled under there and shot the needles out of one pin on the cross. So he needed to go get a new cross and cups and bearings. He went over to O'Reilly's. They were right across the street. He got them. Went back, tried to put them in. Apparently they were the wrong ones, and he had to go back in the morning and get their correct size ones. U-joint cross is a super simple, super easy job to replace. You just need a C-clamp and a couple sockets, and he wanted to go rent a special tool from O'Reilly's, so that's fine. If he got that, it should make it, I guess, even easier. Never needed one, but I do stuff a little different. But no, Tracy in the ambulance stayed with Eric, I think, because she was concerned about her vehicle, and I know she stayed with me before when I've done stuff to it. So, but I think she's okay. I haven't heard from her. If she was super worried, I would have heard from her. So this is Spokane, Washington, I guess, coming up. Or not Washington. Yeah. No. I don't know. Ambulance has gotten a lot of new parts. Not as many as X-Ray's truck, but the ambulance does have a ton of new parts. And you know, I don't mind. It's okay. I'm happy to work on people's vehicles. I really am. I'm not claiming to be an auto mechanic. I do know a little bit about stuff, and I'm pretty handy with a wrench. So if I can help out, I will. But I'm not going to come in here and say, oh, you need to do this, that, and this. I'm not going to change people's oil, guys. So don't come to me, so-and-so needs an oil change. I'm sure they do, but it's not going to happen. I do not need gallons and gallons of used oil laying around.
Some loves for people that are flying right by.
I got flags up ahead. I'm looking for 00, but I think Convoy is running lane 2. What have we? There's 00. They can't hear you. They don't have radios, so we can just slide in behind him or in front.
We three are coming up the left.
He'll back off. We can just slide in.
Is that very good?
I don't know. You can go ahead and open it behind him. It don't matter.
drop it back to the 50. So these cars can keep up with the traffic.
Yes, Halloween. I have been watching Convoy the movie since I was a little boy.
Freedom Singers, coming by.
I would like to point out that that is not an accurate depiction of most American truckers' lives.
It's definitely not an accurate
With
depiction of this
a tag.
If you watch the movie and then join us, you will be very...
I didn't hear you, G. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good.
Most of the cops are actually...
You only allow one screw up a day there, X-ray, and that's two.
Oh, we have
Man, I was going 50.
No, it's not.
And remind what I not use so much as all the Americans watching this is Halloween says we've got nothing in the UK. Well, boring. Yeah, no trucks, no CBs. We're operating in the United Kingdom under the same governing body that you had in 1776. We didn't like it.
We try. Let's get behind us and see if it's double. One of his flashers aren't working in the front too. Probably because he has to run his hazards for so long. So we need 2 bulbs.
And that's not a crack on you or the Great Britain Halloween, but, you know, like I said, you had an established monarchy since before we were a country. We were fed up with it back then, so... Does anybody recognize Marty Martin? Because I've never heard of live streamer Bobby. A local host. I don't know. I think we're getting hit with the bots and stuff. Thanks, Mrs. C. I got
a convoy, you know, on the People's Convoy streamer. We can plug away. So let's check. So
I'm pretty sure Frankie Bobby got arrested in Hagerstown on a firearms charge. My guess is he's still in prison.
right.
And wait a minute, we didn't have a Frankie Bobby. We had a Ricky Bobby. Yeah, this cat's not for real. Thanks, Halloween. Ride along might be legit, but this guy's kind of funny. And that's fine. I don't mind funny people. I'm a funny guy. Pat Max says ride along's legit. It's not that
Yeah. Is there any way to get him out of timeout?
Here's your timeout.
49.
Oh. Who did that?
I did because I've had enough of the bots and people creating discord between the streamers and is at all. I've never heard of the ride along game. So, I mean, like I said, my number one thing is
Mrs. C says they're real. They've been on YouTube
Yeah,
since
but
March of
I've already-
2016 and has 1.5 million views.
hold on, guys.
Look, guys, one thing I found about people that get arrested a lot is that they get arrested again.
Well, I don't think that's who we're talking about either, right? It's different.
No, it's somebody
people,
that,
or-
well, the Ricky Bobby came up, and apparently he
Yeah.
probably made
I'm not even sure who that is, but as long as who is it that is, you know, a real streamer that's actually in people's convoy right now, if he's okay, then good. We'll have to figure out who he is in the convoy. But, you know, we've not been doing this for that long, but we have been on the convoy for a while now. And I know, like, the live streamers that stayed in Hagerstown, I don't think we really need to plug them because they've branched off.
And yes, I'm of the opinion we need to roll through the lower 48 until we round up as many men and women as we can.
Yeah, both of 007's blinkers are working.
Or
Look back there if you see it. Make sure that you can see things.
check that out later. He may have a background or something. Sounds like there's a lot of supporters waiting.
Good, good, good. I heard X-Ray say that over the radio, so.
Well, what do you call that thing that just wants me, Jay?
The one thing that I could notice too,
Yeah.
is that
It's around here someplace. I got it. Maybe. You want it on the radio?
Well, I was like, I hope you know it.
Right here. I don't know.
that's what I was.
Okay, what you want is a string. It'll hang you from here. They sell them at every truck stop. I'll get you one. All right, Ride Along Gang is legit. They're coming to meet the People's Convoy now from Columbus, Montana. And it sounds like he's driving a maroon tractor.
Okay. So that's why we don't have haven't been able to meet them yet.
Yeah, smokes. Your purse. Sorry, I snuck him in here.
Yeah, brother. Stay on, wait on us. He'll be leading us on in there. Cool, man, awesome.
Not sure where the ambulance driver's from. I'm not sure we ever had that conversation. We probably did, and I forgot, to be honest. The police are on our side. Halloween. We've had good luck. They all love us, it seems like. And even the ones, there's a few, the metro cops in the cities don't really love us a whole lot, but they know better than to try and take one of us because they'll get us all.
What happened to she's not been speaking.
So it was actually, she had him a little bit after.
I'm catching up. I got split up.
But she pulled him down when we went through Portland because they were going to take someone else and she shut down her car as she was supposed to.
Let's go down. Go something for truckers. You guys do have a copy on you about it. What are you hiding at, Ron? Yeah, come on, man, Ron. I hear you, buddy. Yeah, Ron. That's right. Come on. find them and correct it.
That is this guy in front of us.
You guys can run
Yeah, but we got the windows open.
Right, Ron, I got you, man. You got a copy on me?
Actually, I said,
Somebody's got to show me how to install this booster. I'm gonna put this.
Yeah, but they can blast the rest of our eardrums out.
Yeah, 10-4. Can you guys hear him calling in? Yeah, I can hear Rat Rod just barely over the static, but yeah, he might be able to hear this radio. Yeah, Rat Rod, I thought I'd be able to get you. I could just barely make you out over the mud. Yeah, he's talking to you, Mustang. Mustang, tell him we're about 7.5 miles from where he's sitting. Yeah, right. We're about 7.5 miles from where you're sitting. We'll be rolling in here shortly. Where we guys on the right? We understand. I'm sorry, G. I couldn't really think of anything you said there.
yeah, it's just going to Post Falls.
Somebody relay that for me. And thank you so very much. I appreciate that.
No problem.
There's a car right in front of Sam back there, I think it is. Yeah. I don't even, he's not even swinging with a flag on hang off the top of it. Hey, I'll get up to him. Yeah, man, bro, I got you, man. We're 6.5 miles out now. Yeah, we're about 6.5 miles from there, buddy.
Entering Liberty Lake. It's a big flag. Beautiful mountains.
There you go, man. There you go. I got you at 4 miles. We're 4 miles from the house, half a mile from the state line.
4, here we go. I know you're passing that 299 road.
That's, yeah, we're coming up on it 1/2 mile. Yeah, X-ray, I do copy. Come on. 10-4 Moose, 10-4 Moose. We appreciate that kind hospitality. Buttering that biscuit and rolling out the red carpet.
Trying to feed you, damn it. Do the work. I know you're passing that extra 299 over.
Yeah, we're coming right up. We're coming right up on it right now. We're about a 1/4 mile from that exit right now, Red Rod. Watch the burnout. X-ray, watch the burnout.
Going out fast enough, something like that.
10-4 on the burnout.
Are we looking for white smoke for the landing pad?
Yeah, they pop smoke and we're looking for white smoke pop.
We got some smoke talkers in here. Copy that, white smoke.
There might be some smoke up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it out. That's right, Freedom Board, I'm coming that way.
Rod, I just passed that exit 299. Be advised.
Perfect view, right, Rod? Perfect view.
I see smoke. Confirm. I got a visual on white smoke.
Oh my goodness.
I think Rat Rod's in the area, or somebody trying to be Rat Rod. Yeah, buddy right here. The Freedom Ford just pulled down in the lane. I see the prehistoric Patriot in that dinosaur costume bouncing around. And here comes Rat Rod out onto the lane. Take the lane, brother. Good man. Look at that smoke.
But I couldn't find it.
Excellent job on the burnout. It's like popping smoke for a search and rescue mission.
We're going to be jumping off this first exit right here and making a left-hand turn to be a freedom block at the top of the ramp, and we'll be going to the second red light, making a right and following all the way to the racetrack.
Yeah, I got a good copy on that, brother. You just lead the way, man. You got it. You lead the way.
Right, Rod, you want me to block?
That Rod?
Yes, we're leaving Washington, entering.
This is our exit, everybody. This is our exit. You'll see the Freedom.
Did we just do it?
Back down.
Well, boys, I'll see y'all later. I'm out of here.
Probably went across the river.
Almost here.
Hey, have a safe.
Fine ride. Be safe, guys. Gonna be a left turn here, folks.
Thank you for the Freedom Block there, gentlemen.
No problem, brother. Monkey's got you one right here on your right-hand side. You have another freedom block on the right-hand side.
10-4 on the monkey block. Thank you, monkey.
Lane 2, Convoy. Lane 2, and make a right turn at the next red light.
Idaho.
There's 3 options at the racetrack over here. Number 1 option is First Convoy parking lot on the left, and it's the smoothest. And then there's a nice square parking lot where we parked at in the very back on the right, and then there's another one that's just a long landing strip. It's not really a good idea.
Trucker G, you got any specific word on where they want us? I hear we have some Patriots.
Yeah, he told me we could have anything we wanted over here, just wherever we wanted to be. The first lot is going to be on the left, and it's the most visible. The most visible lot. 10-4, and it's a smooth lot. The second lot back there where I parked in the back there is kind of rocky. Yeah, let's take this for this one. 10-4, when we turn left onto that road, we'll go down past the orange fence, and there's another driveway to turn in, and you can pull right straight back up to the road.
Right, just lead the way, man. We'll follow you right in, and we'll hook it right back.
We don't have a freedom blocker at this red light right here.
Oh, yes, we do.
10-4.
All right, go again with those directions, Rat Rod. Straight on, and then we're going into the left.
We're going to Post Falls, Idaho. Gas is about, I think we paid like $4.60 earlier today.
Hey, traffic's off. We're traffic coming to your direction.
And
You got a
Holland
camera on
is
this
from
one,
the UK.
boys.
There's cameras on those other ones, too. Bye-bye.
Oh, the girl at the red light's getting mad. Oh, clear.
Green light, go.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Keep them doggies rolling.
Keep them big wheels rolling.
Looks like left.
Oh, shit, the people are all down there at the wrong entrance, y'all.
Through rain and wind and
Really?
weather.
Yeah, when you go in there, you have to come back out with the smooth ones right here with this concrete drums but you have to go down, turn around, come back out. I just go where the people are.
Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling.
For 10-4.
Stopped at the light.
Stop, you guys.
Always. No blockers here.
Jeep.
Oh, come on.
Everybody this town is very patriotic.
Shit, this old fat girl in the car beside us. He's a little angry.
But all the people are down here at the entrance. It's going to be the second driveway to turn in right here.
Now the ambulance is stopped.
There is another lot here we can park in that's smooth. When you turn in, you can make a right right there, and we can park right there if you want. There's actually 4 parking lots he told me we could use.
Why don't we just go where the people want us to go?
That's where we're going. Go to the people. On the highway. Yeah, our truck's stopped at a red light.
You got it, Rosie.
See what kind of digs we got for the next couple days.
Everybody make a left right here in the parking lot, and then we want to go up here and make a right.
Do you want to wait for the trucks?
Yeah. So you turn into the left, and you'll see all these cars parked on your right. There's a lot right past it right here where we can park at.
All right, there's enough room for the trucks back there, right, Rod?
Oh yeah, lots and lots of room back here, lots of room.
Sweet.
Plenty of room. Just open field.
Santa, we're waiting for you, brother. Let me know when you come up here, Santa. I'm already back up waiting. Waiting on me, you're backing up. Yep, we're stopped here waiting on you. I'm already up here. Okay, we got all the trucks together?
Yeah, all trucks together.
Ready to roll, Chief?
Do a job like that.
Don't back up.
I swear you told me to back up. All of my reason to back up.
They got another freedom.
First people in the convoy need to be doing.
Well,
No, that's what they need to be doing.
the Freedom Outlaws did all of
The
this.
Freedom Outlaws were here first, yeah. It's not really a freedom block.
Yeah, you should be able to make the right here where I'm sitting. You should be able to make that right turn into the lot right here.
10-4, 10-4.
The trucks have to swing hard to the left and then make that right. There's some handicap signs right there, but it's a nice smooth lot right here.
Looks amazing coming up right back on this hill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like this place.
You come past me right here on your right.
Yeah, this place.
Make a right where you are. That's what you're telling me, right, Rod?
Yeah, right here where I'm at, right here is just what those signs. There's lots of room, lots of room.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4.
Yeah, I'll be sure and wave at Lady Rat Rod when you pull in too now. Don't be shy.
10-4 on the lady.
Oh, rat rod.
Turn in there because he's going a little fast.
You should ride up closer. I don't know, honey. Guess she doesn't have any kitchen.
All right, G, however you want to do it, brother. Lots of room back here, and looks nice and soft and smooth and flat. Looks perfect.
I like it.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to put Pastor John Padula on the mic. He's the one that set this whole place up for us at no cost. He's the guy who did it for us. This is John.
Welcome to North Idaho, everybody. It's good to see all your faces and all the trucks. Thank you.
Thanks for helping us out. We appreciate it, Pastor.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. God bless you.
What do you guys think?
G, you want me in any particular place with the stage? Blinky, let's put you right up front of the stage area. About where,
Thanks for having us.
about where
Good to see y'all.
Going back out towards the road.
And G, you want the other supply trailer right next to you?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna come around you on your driver's side, G.
Yeah, sounds good. Come around. You can face that back out the opposite direction. You don't have to face the road, face the opposite direction.
Okay, Will. Do we want the four-wheeler?
Hey, D, you down to do some freedom laps?
Where we want to put four-wheelers?
A lot of people.
I mean, there's room for everybody in here.
And Big D, the Patriot just fell out the side. Somebody with me, Big D? Oh, looks like you lost your little golden chariot there, Mr. Yardbird. Oh, yeah, he fell off the top of the fire truck. Is he okay? No, golden chariot is down.
God damn it.
We might have to retire his fairy wings. You're gonna have to stay.
What happened up there?
Old chariot fell off the fire truck.
I'm on it, I got it. Leave him down.
Hold the four-wheelers back here.
How long have I been saying that? How long have I been saying that's going to happen?
Yes, he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. Oh, you have been such a wonderful pit crew. We really, really appreciate everything that you do. We appreciate your support, you spending time with us. A very long drive. Saw a lot of different things. It was pretty eventful.
Golden Chariot has been pushing his
And
luck.
I told them all to be patient to stay right here for a minute. I will
and
hold
Big
the
D's
four-wheelers right
been
here
pretty irresponsible.
until we get somebody like G or X-Ray up here. Let me know what's going on.
G and X-ray are both on side, brother. They're both assessing damage right now.
I just hope he's okay.
Minion, build your home, brother. Yee.
Now then.
Good night, Dorset. Have a good
Not that.
sleep.
Oh my goodness, that's late.
Yeah, so late, but I can't believe you
You
stayed
got your yellow privilege card, brother? I want to see that shit.
with us. Thank you.
Oh, better, but I tell you what, I'd have my green one.
There are so many people here. Lots of Freedom Homes.
Get me to buy that old cab over here? Man,
That is pretty.
I need another fucking truck like I need a hole in the head.
Did they see it?
So, we've got, looks like, I'm going to say early 80s International straight truck. That may be older than my existing International bucket seats.
Be honest, man.
I don't have a cab over, that's for sure.
If mine didn't sound like a...
Alright, I'm gonna pass you back.
I believe the bus may have gone home. I'm not positive, but there is that chance.
You're welcome, Vandal. If you don't want it ever, just let me know. And you don't have to, do anything more than what you don't want. Participate, come and go. You've more than deserved it. Have we got an update on the bus? They had a power steering issue.
Oh, that bus. Ah, my bad.
Oh, I didn't know if you... Everything is gonna be fine.
Golden Chariot seems okay for now, so that's good.
I trust that
Yeah, they're right next to Minion. Right next to Minion. We're in a long line here.
wise judgment,
Yeah, Golden Chariot's fine. He just fell off a fire truck.
good decisions.
No, man. There's one way to learn a lesson. That's the hard way.
Exactly.
Did he fall all the way to the ground?
But
All the way to the ground. From the very top. I mean, I had to go do a full patient assessment on the guy.
I'm just glad it wasn't a mirror smacking him at 60 miles an hour.
No doubt.
Yeah, as promised, right?
I think maybe, the harder,
You can go for that one tomorrow.
Do
the
this shit.
harder the lesson
You got to
takes
feel
to
that one in a
learn,
week.
the longer,
Yes.
more benefit, really.
Yeah, he's
I
walking.
don't know about walking.
He's kind of gimping.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you dance on a fire truck that's about to turn donuts. You know it's going to turn donuts.
Yep.
And all the bumps in the field.
Yeah, again, we all learn lessons. I learn lessons a couple times over usually.
At least he didn't get ran over, too.
No, Carly. No mistake. Congratulations. Again, I think that you will use wisdom and make good decisions. There's quite a line behind us that have joined the convoy.
Good.
Because they are all new cars. There's probably, I think, at least 4 cars between us and 007.
3, 2, 1.
So here we go.
Warm welcome.
And that's the thing, like, you know, I could probably handle staying here 3 or 4 days.
Okay, I still can't hold on. How about pull out everything I got and we see what it is I need, and I'll get my stuff and we can get mine hooked up.
I wonder how the weather is here.
Low 60s. Thank you. We're out of Ohio. Just southeast of Columbus. Okay.
Hey, Big D, you got me?
Well, thank you.
Love it.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got a feeling I'm going to like Idaho a lot better than the last 3.
He's stretching it out over here. Yeah, just tell him to stretch out and
It looks
just kind of
like it.
relax, you know, tell him to take it easy. Yeah, he's good.
There we go.
Cool, man. Just let me know if anything. I'll go back over there and do whatever he needs.
Thanks, guys. Good to meet you.
Up in the parking and behind the cones back there where my group's at in the very back.
Really, Carly?
Thank you.
Yeah, Worthington Industries now is a big player. They actually bought a couple years ago a place called Westerman's down in Bremen, Ohio, that made tanks, which of course Worthington mostly makes tank, Worthington cylinder. But yeah, they're a big local outfit, getting bigger all the time. They own, which is one of the big outfits in bottled gas.
Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed the ride.
There we go, just like I expected. Worthington cylinder. Carly's from, or her husband was from near Ohio, or she, I don't know where she's at now, but man, oh man.
Plenty of cars.
This is a warm welcome. I hope there's room for us. I wonder if somebody will sell me that ancient record.
They were acting like there's plenty of room.
This looks like my kind of place. You're from Germany, huh? I take it you immigrated here and were married to a gentleman in Ohio?
This is really great. You guys can see all of our trucks, I think, over there to the right.
I'm gonna get you down here, guys. Oh, if I can. Okay. There's our truck. There's another row back behind them. Let me see here. As it's coming around. Tom McKinney. There we go. Oh. There we go. Well, good for you, Carly. I hope you like it here. Have a good evening, Halloween.
Got Pepsi?
Ah, boys are looking for Pepsis.
I hope you guys all have a great night. I'm so thankful that you came all of this way with us.
Absolutely.
It was
We got a
long
great
drive
looking
today.
place here. They got so much room.
There's already one of us coming out. There's Dominic, the golden chariot. He's in the red van.
I don't know what we're having for dinner yet, but I do see the smoker back there behind, whose truck is that? Santa's. G's. Mud cube there. We're not moving very much, but I just know we're about to start.
People usually have a harder time parking, where you tell them to, and staying in the car.
They have trouble with both. Here we go.
So I think that's first responder there.
There's not a lot of the Mac pickups left, that's for sure. Vandal 62. My car's saying. It's a cool 62. Right. Looks like a good sight. You know, I haven't counted. Looks like about 18 or 20. We're hoping to pick up some more, of course, like always. Oops, I got you guys looking at the dash there. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. Medium duty fire truck, anything bigger than a pickup, pretty much. So. Uh-oh. Hang on, guys. I'm going to mute you a minute.
Hello, hello. Mrs. C, I think that I found my spot. Let me get out and show you. We were right up there where all the rest of those cars are.
And we didn't like that.
And there was just like too close to people. I could walk. And let me zoom all the way out. I'm sure in here will fill up. Right there are the Freedom Outlaws. I think everyone will probably make their way back here. But there's the Jeep. I've got some snow fence behind me. And nobody's going to get over there. So we'll set up the tent. Have some dirt beside me. And do you guys know what is even better than that sunset? You're probably thinking, okay, there's nothing better than watching the sunset over here. It's the smell. It smells good here. It smells clean. It just smells good. It's what outside's supposed to smell like. Yeah, Mrs. C always calls us that. Also, she'll call me Petunia. Some people will call me Petunia. One of the first lives we were trying to figure out what to call me. And I couldn't come up with anything fast. Then we started talking about flowers. It is gorgeous here. Hear all the people over there? Oh yeah, we'll be plenty warm. We're gonna throw some stuff out of the Jeep. That way I can claim my spot. And head up and join the people. So we're gonna stop this live right now. Give everybody like a little intermission. Go catch other people's lives. Get a snack. Do some chores, whatever you need to do, and we will be back. It won't take us too long. Oh, they're just right. They're right all over there. There's a bunch of them. You can't see because of the hill. We're gonna go up there. I'm gonna go up there to the restrooms, unload some stuff out of the Jeep, and then we'll probably walk up there. So just give us a few minutes. That way you're not so bored just sitting here, especially when we walk up there and it's all bumpy. But hey, we will be back shortly.